Hello, my name is Jack again. I came back from work. It was a 7-Eleven day hour shift. Yeah, it was a day shift of 7-Eleven. My job usually sucks most of the times, and also most of the time it's just normal. When I got home, I went to my room. And I started the file again. But when I clicked it, it immediately took me where I was left off, the castle. So this is where the fun begins. Or that's what I first thought it in my mind. So I moved Yannicka in the castle. Inside the castle, the carpet looks teared, shredded, and the pillars look a bit damaged. Like something been bad happened here. So then so then I moved. In the original game, you were supposed to meet the other Mogekos in the castle, but in this time, they're not here. So I moved Yannicka to the dining room area. Right there was completely a mess. Plates were destroyed, food was scattered everywhere, tables been broken, and some of them are missing a part from the table. When I checked the box room seems fine. And then I checked the other box in the room. In this original game, when you go to that box area, you were supposed to hide from a yellow Mogeko, but it didn't happen here the same way as the hallway. So then I went to the kitchen, and my heart froze for a moment when I just saw something. A green Mogeko was stalking me from the window. Just before I about to witness it, it quickly moved away from the window. And I froze for a bit, and I've been wondering, what was that thing? So I shrugged off. And I was a bit creeped out too, because I didn't see that in the game. But as I ventured off, I went to the kitchen, and I was completely disgusted. Right there on the floor was a Mogeko. Its arms were missing, and on the kitchen counter was some liver and other parts of the animal gut system. There was rotting out, and I can see flies covering that poor thing. When I checked to see what's inside the pod, I found the spare arms from the ripped off Mogeko, and I can able to collect the arms, but I don't really want to collect the arms anyway. But the game forced me to, and thank God I collect the arms because later, later soon in the story, those arms became useful. I checked the fridge. There were prosciuttos and hot peppers in the game, and I can saw Yanaka's expression was a bit scared. So I moved Yannicka out of the kitchen. And then in the room, in the original game of Mogeko Castle, you will see a bunch of aggressive Mogekos charging after you, but stopping in front of you. And the background was supposed to be like a trippy hallucination melting Mogekos, but nothing really happened there. All I saw walking through that hallucination hallway was no Mogeko, no hallucinations. It was just Yanaka on a black screen with blood puddles. There was new music too, and I was creeped out because this scene feels left out. So I went to the door. When I went to the door, there was supposed to be a cutscene where a whisperer will tell Yanaka to to come this way in the game, and it didn't happen. And the character in the game that you didn't realize was from the seven Spectrum Mogekos. If you didn't know about the seven Spectrum Mogekos, there were supposed to be seven that you're gonna meet in the game, and this is the first one you're gonna meet. This Mogeko was called Somewhat Scrooge Mogeko, if I get it right. Was supposed to give you a knife in the game, but when I went to the room, my eyes were completely shocked, and my heart slowly pounding a bit faster. On my screen was Somewhat Scrooge Mogeko was mutilated by a shattered glass cup. The room was a disaster. Like a fight happened here. So I completely walk up to the corpse of someone screaming Mogeko. And I begin to cry. I was about to cry too, but I didn't feel like it because I don't want to. But the game wants me to, but I don't want to. And then I picked up the item, a knife. But the knife looked a bit damaged. But I kept it. No dialogue, no text, no music. Yet again. So I ventured out of the room and went to the stairway. In the original game, you were supposed to murder 3 Mogekos that's blocking your path. But in this version, there's none. And I'm having a feeling there might be no Mogekos around here. And it feels like there might be none at all. So I went to the second floor. In the second floor, there was supposed to be a chapter that's called Chapter 2, Rice, Bread, Prosciutto. That was supposed to set in the game, but it didn't say that. Instead, it just said a different word. Rice, bread, and just a lot of dots. Last word. God. When I went out, I was in the second room. But then all of a sudden, my game crashed. And my computer didn't work for a bit. And this is probably might be where I'm just gonna stop and left off. Because my other computer with this damn file froze me for a moment and it won't work. But I will tell you the next day, it worked for some reason. So, I'll be back to tell you more information about this story. This is Jake, signing out. If anything happened to this file, please Trust me, this file is a huge mistake I ever will forget. And dear Christ, someone will help me out. So,